Shalom. I had a thought that came to me, and I was actually, I kind of got fired up too, because the way it came to me, I believe Abba gave it to me, and I was going to go. It's raining right now out here, but I was going to prepare this message and just go out to the highways and byways and proclaim the word, the message of Abba on another day. But then the thought came to me. It says, today is the day of salvation. And then I said, okay, today is the day of salvation. So then I said, then another thought came to me, that there's many of us, the enemy comes to distract us from doing the true work of Yah. He said to believe on him who I have sent. This is the work. So the enemy uses all kind of devices, distractions to stand in your way to prevent you from doing the true work of Abba. So then we have good brothers and sisters, and I would have to say brothers because I haven't really seen sisters do this too much, but good brothers who are part, and believe me when I'm telling you, is I'm not coming against you, I'm not downing you, I'm not doing none of these things. But make sure that we're in the right spirit, and make sure that we're telling the truth and not bending the truth to appease our thoughts and our objectives. Scripture says, believe on me as the scriptures has said. So we can't decide what scriptures is right and which ones is not to fit our agenda. Because he says, for lo, I come in the volume of the book to do thy will, O Abba Yahuwah. And then some say, his name not Yahuwah, his name not that, his name is this, his name. He said, but first you must believe that I am. So we got to believe he is. He gonna work out the name, because in one particular time, he gonna make sure that there's only one name operating in the earth. So, it's good to know his name, but first we must believe he is and do his work and believe on him as the scriptures have said, and then everything else will work out itself, because he's the one that's gonna do the work. He's the one doing the work. Let me share some scriptures with you. Acts 16:30-33. And brought them out and said, sirs, what must we do to be saved? And they said, believe on the Master, Yahuwah HaMashiach, Yahusha HaMashiach, and thou shalt be saved, and thy house. And they spake unto him the word of the Master, and to all that were in his house. And they spake unto him the word of the Master, and to all that were in his house. And he took them the same hour of the night, and washed their stripes, and was baptized, and he and all his straightway. John 15:16-19. You have not chosen me. See, that's one thing. We didn't choose him. This is not our doctrine. This is not our authority to put it out there how we want to put it out there for our own cause. He chose us for a job. But I have chosen you and ordained you that you should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever you shall ask in Abba's name, he may give it you. These things I command you, that ye love one another. If the world hates you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. If you were of the world would love his own. Because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hated you. Isaiah 49:6. And he said, it is a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant, to raise up the tribes of Jacob. And he said, it is a light thing that thou should be my servant, to raise up the tribes of Jacob, and to restore the preserved of Israel, or Yashrael. I will also give thee for a light to the Gentiles, That's our job. He gave us for a light. See, he's the one. He gonna use us to raise up the tribes of Jacob and to restore the whole house of Yasharel. He said, but I will also give thee for a light to the Gentiles, that thou mightst be a salvation unto the end of the earth. See, he's using us as his arm. He's the right hand. He's using us as his arm to extend himself in truth to the rest of the world. But in the meantime, he's using us to wake up Jacob. Wake up Yasharah. Wake them up. Let them know they got a job to do, because we need all of us to deliver this message to the world in truth. Because there have been lies that have been told. So we got to tell some truth now. We got to bring him forth in as he is. It's time for everybody to see him as he is. See him. He said, you shall see me as I am. That's our job. Isaiah 53:1. Who has believed our report? And to whom is the arm of the master revealed? See, he's revealing us. Do you believe the report that we're giving? He's revealing us unto you. Now, who's gonna accept this revelation? Proverbs 30:4. Who has ascended up unto heaven? Or who has descended? Who has gathered the wind in his fist? Who has bound the waters in a garment? Who has established all the ends of the earth? What is his name? And what is his son's name, if thou can tell? Let us create man in our own image. Proverbs 8:22 on through 34. Basically, he said he formed him in the beginning. Yahusha said Yahuwah formed him in the beginning of his way, before there were any mountains, before there were any hills, before there were any waters, given his decree. He said, I was with him as one brought up with him. He's telling you who he is right there. He says, who has ascended up into heaven? Yahuwah, Yahusha. He's the only one that went up and came down and went back up. So I'm saying, man, y'all ain't never had no son. Well, what doctrine are you preaching? He said, because Yahusha is the spirit of prophecy. So if there's no Yahusha, we have no foundation. He said, I'm the lamb slain from the very foundation of the world. There is no salvation without Yahusha. Because without the testimony of the prophecy of Yahusha, there's no testimony of Yahuwah. Psalms 40:7. Then said, lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me. So then other brothers, we have all these different other books. And it's true, because there's books been removed. He said he come in the volume of the book. So if you took out some volumes, he in those too, because he then also one time Paul had said, what scripture was it that he said? Because it slipped my mind, but he basically said, and I'll come back and find it. But he basically said there should, in so many words, there should be other books written, and there were, and certain men and organizations and groups took those books out to try to take away the truth of the book. But he said, I come in the volume of the book, so you can't take out, you would have to throw the whole book away to get rid of me, because I'm in all of it. Okay. Matthew 11:28. Come unto me, all you that labor and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. This truth going to give you some rest, because it's going to bring you to the truth. It's going to bring you to the truth from all sides. For those who think they're better than us, wait a minute. If I would remove the original branches, and you were grafted in, how much more would he remove you? Have Yah forsaken his people? Yah forbid. He gave the original people a spirit of stupor, that the Gentiles may come in. But he's not forgetting his people. They're enemies for the Father's sake. For the Father's sake. We're enemies for the Father's sake, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, because we were the promise. And you're grafted in for the gospel's sake. The truth. Of the true Hamashiach, Yahusha. Believe on me as the scriptures have said. John 6:33-40. For the bread of Yah is he which cometh down from heaven, and giveth life unto the world. And remember earlier the scripture says, who is he that came, ascended up and came down and ascended back up? For the bread of Yah is he which cometh down from heaven, and giveth life unto the world. Then saith they unto him, Master, evermore give us this bread. And Yahushua said unto them, I am the bread of life. He that cometh unto me shall never hunger, and he that believeth on me shall never thirst. But I said unto you, that ye also have seen me, and believe not. All the Father giveth me shall come to me, and him that cometh to me I will in no wise cast out. For I am come down from heaven, not to do mine own will, but the will of him that sent me. And then there's, like I said, Paul, he said, I give this testimony, these words unto you, that my own people, some of them shall be saved. He said some of them. Because you got some out there preaching there is no Yahushua. So you can't be saved without Yahushua, because he is the salvation. He's the one that brought salvation to bring you back to the Father. So that lets you know right there, all Israel shall be saved. And what does that mean? All those whose Father has given him to save, including those Gentiles that should be grafted in. Because some people can't accept the fact that it's not all about them. It's about you because you are the chosen people, but you making it about you and you alone. You're forgetting the Father and the Son. You done started your own movement. It's all about you. Now that's a thought that came in my head, and that's no judgment, brother. That's just the flesh. See, the enemy will, if he can't beat you, he'll join you. He'll join into your own thoughts and make it about yourself. Make it about him instead of the Father. And Abba said, I will not share my glory with another. And this is the will of him that sent me, that everyone that which seeth the Son and believeth on him may have everlasting life, and I will raise him up at the last day. Shalom.